Have a nice day to one and all. Today we are going to see 8th Standard Science Unit 4 Matter. Have you written the last class homework, children? Those who have not written, please write the homework today itself. Keep on reading and studying. Practice daily because practice makes a man perfect. What we have seen in the last classes about matter. Let us have a quick recap.
Matter. Let us learn about matter and its classification. What is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space, has volume and mass. We see the matter in 3 states, such as solids, liquids and gases. Example for a solid is wood. Example for a liquid is milk. Example for a gas is oxygen. Matters are made up of elements. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids based on their properties. Now, let us know about metals. Iron, copper, gold, silver that we use in our daily life are metals. Some more examples: calcium, platinum, aluminium, nickel. Physical properties of metals. Physical state. Metals are solids. Only mercury is the liquid metal. Luster. Except calcium, all metals are shiny in existence. Malleability. Metals can be hammered into very thin sheets. Example, aluminium can be made into thin foils. Ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. Example, copper can be made into copper wires. Conductivity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Example, iron and copper conduct heat and electricity. Sonorous. On being hit, metals can produce a typical sound. This property is used in making temple bells. Uses of metals. Iron is used for making bridges, engine parts, etc. Gold and silver are used for making jewels. Mercury is used in thermometer and barometer. Let us now know about non-metals. Elements that generally do not shine, neither too hard nor too soft, are non-metals. All gases are non-metals. Example for non-metals: carbon, sulfur, oxygen, etc. Physical properties of non-metals. Physical state. Non-metals occur as solids, liquids, or gases at normal temperature. Example for a solid non-metal: sulfur. Example for a liquid non-metal: bromine. Example for a gaseous non-metal: oxygen. Luster. Except graphite and iodine, all other non-metals are dull in nature and do not have luster. Malleability. Non-metals are non-malleable. If hammered, they form a powdery mass. Ductility. Non-metals are not ductile. Conductivity. Non-metals are generally bad conductor of electricity except graphite. In this visual, we see graphite in the pencil conducting electricity. Sonorous. Non-metals do not produce sound when hit. Uses of non-metals. Diamond is used for making jewels, cutting and grinding equipments. Sulfur is used in the manufacturing of gunpowder and vulcanization of rubber. Phosphorus is used in matches, rat poison, etc. Let us know about metalloids. The elements which exhibit the properties of metals as well as non-metals are called metalloids. Examples: boron, silicon, arsenic, and antimony, etc. Uses of metalloids. Silicon is used in the electronic devices such as central microprocessor of the computer. Boron is used in fireworks and as a fuel for ignition in rocket.
Now we are going to see about compound. Pure substances are of two types, elements and compounds. What are elements? Elements consist of only one kind of atom. Element cannot be broken down into simpler substances. A compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. இப்போ elements பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, two or more elements chemically combine to form a compound which is in fixed ratio by mass. ரெண்டு அல்லது அதற்கு மேற்பட்ட elements chemically combined ஆகி ஒரு காம்பவுண்டை ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும். அது எப்பயுமே ஃபிக்ஸ்டு ரேஷியோ பை மாஸில் இருக்கும். அதோட மாஸ் வந்து எப்பயுமே ஃபிக்ஸ்டாக இருக்கும். அதோட வேல்யூஸ் ஃபிக்ஸ்டு ரேஷியோவில் இருக்கும். காம்பவுண்டோட வேல்யூஸ் ஃபிக்ஸ்டு ரேஷியோவில் தான் இருக்கும். The properties of a compound are different from those of its constituents. ரெண்டு அல்லது அதற்கு மேற்பட்ட எலமெண்ட்ஸ் கம்பைண்ட் ஆகி நமக்கு காம்பவுண்ட் ஃபார்ம் ஆகுதுன்னு பார்த்தோம். அந்த காம்பவுண்டோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி எப்பயுமே அதில் இருக்க எலமெண்ட்ஸோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிக்கு டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும். அப்போ எலமெண்ட்ஸோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். அந்த ரெண்டு எலமெண்ட்ஸும் கம்பைண்ட் ஆகி கிடைக்கிற காம்பவுண்டோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், நைட்ரஜன் ஒரு எலமெண்ட், ஹைட்ரஜன் ஒரு எலமெண்ட், ரெண்டும் கம்பைண்ட் ஆகி அமோனியா கிடைக்குது. அமோனியா இஸ் ஏ காம்பவுண்ட். இந்த அமோனியாவோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். நைட்ரஜன் அண்ட் ஹைட்ரஜன் எலமெண்ட்ஸோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் வேறு வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். Water, carbon dioxide, sodium chloride, etc. are few examples of compounds. A molecule of water is composed of an oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms in the ratio 1:2 by volume or 8:1 by mass. Formula of water is H2O. Here two atoms of hydrogen and only one atom of oxygen combine to form water molecule. 1:2 அப்படின்னு பை வால்யூம் அப்படின்னு ஏன் கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னா, 1ங்கிறது ஆக்சிஜன் ஆட்டம், 2ங்கிறது 2 ஹைட்ரஜன் ஆட்டம்ஸ். தென் 8:1 பை மாஸ் அப்படின்னா 8 is the mass value of oxygen and one is the mass value of hydrogen. இதுதான் fixed ratio அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. A compound is always formed by a fixed ratio by mass அப்படின்னு படித்தோம் இல்லையா, இதுதான் fixed ratio. 1:2 by volume or 8:1 by mass. இந்த fixed ratioவில் தான் எப்பயுமே compound form ஆகும். Compounds always contain a different number of its constituent elements. For example, இப்போ வாட்டர் பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, அதில் எலமெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்குது. ஹைட்ரஜன் அண்ட் ஆக்சிஜன், அதுலேயும் ஹைட்ரஜன் 2 atoms இருக்குது, ஆக்சிஜன் 1 atom தான் இருக்குது. இந்த மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் காம்பினேஷன் இருக்கும் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸில். Compounds cannot be broken down by physical methods. Only way to break down a compound is through chemical methods. Classification of compounds. Based on the origin of chemical constituents, compounds are classified as inorganic compounds and organic compounds. காம்பவுண்ட்ஸில் இருக்கிற எலமெண்ட்ஸ் இங்கிருந்து உருவாகுது, அதன் அடிப்படையில் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸை 2 types டிவைட் பண்ணுறாங்க. இன்ஆர்கானிக் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆர்கானிக் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸ். Both inorganic compounds and organic compounds are chemical compounds. They are made of combinations of elements. First, we are going to see about inorganic compounds. Compounds obtained from non-living sources such as rock, minerals, etc. are called inorganic compounds. Most of the inorganic compounds do not contain carbon atom, and also inorganic compounds do not contain both carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms together. Example: chalk, baking powder, water, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, table salt, that is sodium chloride, silica, ammonia, etc. Organic compounds. Compounds obtained from living sources such as plants, animals, etc. are called organic compounds. Organic compounds contain carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms together. It forms a CH bond. Organic compounds are found in living organisms, that is living things. Example: proteins, carbohydrates, glucose, methane, alcohol, etc. Organic compounds contain high numbers of carbon atoms bonded to hydrogen atoms. They are usually biological origin. So, organic compounds are mostly carbon containing compounds, while inorganic compounds mostly do not contain carbon atoms. Both inorganic and organic compounds exist in all 3 states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. Let us learn some important compounds in solids. We are going to see compounds in solids. Some important compounds that exist in solid state are tabulated here. Look at the picture. Solid particles are tightly packed with each other. We are going to see some examples of compound in the tabular column. They are in solid states. In the tabular column, we are going to see compounds and what are the constituent elements present in that compound. ஒரு காம்பவுண்டில் என்னென்ன எலமெண்ட்ஸ் ப்ரெசண்ட் ஆகிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறதை நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஃபஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சிலிக்கா. த அதர் நேம் ஆஃப் சிலிக்கா இஸ் sand. Formula of silica is SiO2, silicon dioxide. What are the constituent elements present in silica? Silicon and oxygen. Si silicon, O2 oxygen. So, two elements present in silica. Silicon and oxygen combine to form silicon dioxide, which is a compound. Silicon and oxygen are elements. They combine to form a compound silica, silicon dioxide. Next example is potassium hydroxide. Another name is caustic potash, KOH. K potassium, O oxygen, H hydrogen. What are the elements present in potassium hydroxide? Potassium, hydrogen and oxygen. Potassium, hydrogen and oxygen combine to form KOH, potassium hydroxide. Another name is caustic potash. Third example is sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, NaOH. Na sodium, O oxygen, H hydrogen. Sodium, oxygen and hydrogen are the elements present in sodium hydroxide compound. Next example is copper sulfate, CuSO4. Cu copper, S sulfur, O oxygen. Three elements, copper, sulfur and oxygen, combine to form a copper sulfate, CuSO4. Next example is zinc carbonate. Another name for zinc carbonate is calamine, ZnCO3. Zn zinc, C carbon, O oxygen. Zinc, carbon and oxygen are the elements combined to form a compound called zinc carbonate. Another name for zinc carbonate is calamine. Formula is ZnCO3. Next we are going to see about compounds in liquids. Some important compounds that exist in liquid states are tabulated here. Compounds and constituent elements present in that compound. In this tabular column, all the compounds are in liquid state. For example, water. Formula of water is H2O. Can you tell me what are the elements present in water? Hydrogen and oxygen. I hope you understand compounds and what are the elements present in compound, isn't it? Next one is hydrochloric acid, HCl. Can you tell me what are the elements present in hydrochloric acid? Hydrogen and chlorine. Third example is nitric acid, HNO3. Hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sulfuric acid is also known as king of chemicals. What are the elements present in sulfuric acid? Hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Then acetic acid. Another name for acetic acid is vinegar. It is used as preservative in food items, especially in pickles. CH3COOH is the formula of acetic acid. What are the elements present in it? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Only 3 elements. Compounds in gas. Some important compounds that exist in gaseous states are tabulated here. In this tabular column, we see some more examples of compound which are in gaseous state. First example is carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide CO2, carbon monoxide CO. In both carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, there are two elements present. What are they? Carbon and oxygen only. Then sulfur dioxide, SO2. Elements present are sulfur and oxygen. Next compound is methane, CH4. Carbon and hydrogen. Next is nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Nitrogen and oxygen. Ammonia, NH3. Nitrogen and hydrogen. Can you tell me what are the formula for carbon dioxide? CO2, carbon monoxide, CO, sulfur dioxide, SO2, methane, CH4, nitrogen dioxide, NO2, ammonia, NH3. If you know the formula of each compound, you will be able to say the elements present in it. So, what is the first thing you have to do is memorize all the formulas of the compounds. Uses of compounds. Already we know that compounds containing constituents in them. Compounds and their constituents that we use in our daily life, we are going to see in the tabular column. Common name of the compound, then chemical name, constituents, what are the elements present in that compound, and then we are going to see about the uses of that compound. First example is water. Formula of water is H2O. Chemical name is hydrogen oxide. Constituents, that is the elements present in that compound is hydrogen and oxygen. The uses of water is for drinking and a solvent. Water குடிப்பதற்கும் சில பொருள்களை கரைப்பதற்கும் பயன்படுகிறது. Next one is stable salt. That is common salt. Formula is NaCl. Chemical name is sodium chloride. Constituents sodium and chlorine. Sodium and chlorine combine to form sodium chloride, which is a table salt. It is used in our daily diet. It is the essential component of our daily diet. உப்பில்லாம நம்மளால சாப்பிட முடியாது இல்லையா? உப்பில்லாத பண்டம் குப்பையிலே அப்படிங்கிற ப்ரோவர்ப் நமக்கு தெரியும். So it is the essential component of our daily diet. Then preservative for meat and fish. Meat, fish preserve பண்ணி வைக்கிற ஒரு சப்ஸ்டன்ஸாகவும் இந்த சால்ட் இருக்குது. வாட் இஸ் மீன் பை ப்ரிசர்வேட்டிவ்? சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் விச் ப்ரிவென்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஃபுட்டு ஸ்பாயிலிங் ஆர்கானிசம். ஃபுட்டை ஸ்பாயில் பண்ணுற ஆர்கானிசத்திலிருந்து அந்த ஃபுட்டை பாதுகாக்கிறது தான் ப்ரிசர்வேட்டிவ். மீட் அண்டு ஃபிஷ்ஷு ரொம்ப நாளே கெட்டு போகாமல் பாதுகாக்கிறது தான் இந்த ப்ரிசர்வேட்டிவ் சால்ட்டு. மீட்லேயும் ஃபிஷ்ஷுலையும் சால்ட்டு தடவி என்ன செஞ்சுருவாங்க, நல்லா வெயிலில் காய வச்சுருவாங்க. அப்போ ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு அது கெடாமல் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? So salt is used as a preservative for meat and fish. Next example is sugar. Formula of sugar is C12H22O11. Chemical name is sucrose. Constituent in sugar compound is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Sugar is used to prepare sweets, toffees and fruit juices. Toffees means chocolates. Do you like sweets and toffees very much? They contain sugar. Sugar is a compound which contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The other chemical name of sugar is sucrose. It is used to prepare sweets, toffees and fruit juices. Here we have the picture of uses of compounds. Water is used for drinking and as solvent. Table salt is used as preservative for meat and fish. Sugar is used to prepare sweets, toffees and fruit juices. Next compound is baking soda, NaHCO3. Its chemical name is sodium bicarbonate. What are the constituents? Sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. 4 elements. Baking soda is used in fire extinguisher. தீயணைப்பான பயன்படுகிறது. Then preparation of baking powder. Baking soda வச்சு baking powder prepare பண்ணுவாங்க. And preparation of cakes and breads. இந்த baking powder தான் cakes and bread சாஃப்டாக வர்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுற substance, baking powder. Then washing soda, NaCO3. Its chemical name is sodium carbonate. What are the constituents present in it? Sodium, carbon and oxygen. Washing soda is used as cleaning agent in soap. தூய்மையாக்கியா பயன்படுது. க்ளீன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு சோப்பில் வாஷிங் சோடா ஆட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அண்டு சாஃப்டனிங் ஆஃப் ஹார்ட் வாட்டர். ஹார்ட் வாட்டரை சாஃப்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கும் வாஷிங் சோடா யூஸ் ஆகுது. வாஷிங் சோடா இஸ் யூஸ்டு டு கன்வெர்ட் ஹார்ட் வாட்டர் இன்டு சாஃப்ட் வாட்டர். நெக்ஸ்ட் இஸ் ப்ளீச்சிங் பவுடர். கால்சியம் ஆக்சிக்ளோரைடு, CaOCl2. Ca calcium, O oxygen, Cl2 chlorine. 3 elements are there. Bleaching powder is used as bleaching agent. சலவை தொழிலில் வெளுப்பானா பயன்படுகிறது. Then disinfectant. Disinfectant means a chemical substance which kills or prevents the disease causing microorganisms. கிருமி நாசினியாக பயன்படுகிறது. கிருமிகளை அழிக்கிறதுக்கு. அண்ட் ஸ்டெர்லைசேஷன் ஆஃப் ட்ரிங்கிங் வாட்டர். குடிநீரை சுத்திகரிக்க பயன்படுகிறது. ஸ்டெர்லைசேஷன் மீன்ஸ் சுத்திகரித்தல், சுத்தப்படுத்துதல். ட்ரிங்கிங் வாட்டரை ஸ்டெர்லைஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கும் இந்த ப்ளீச்சிங் பவுடர் யூஸ் ஆகுது. Here we have the pictures of compounds. Baking soda is used in fire extinguisher, preparation of cakes and breads. Washing soda is used as cleaning agent in soaps and softening of hot water. Bleaching powder is used as bleaching agent, disinfectant and sterilization of drinking water. Next compound is quicklime, CaO, calcium oxide. Its chemical name is calcium oxide. Its formula is CaO. Constituents are calcium and oxygen. Quicklime is used to manufacture of cement and glass. Cement, glass தயாரிக்கிறதுக்கு quicklime யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. Then slaked lime, CaOH2, calcium hydroxide. Constituents are calcium, oxygen and hydrogen. Slaked lime is used in whitewashing of walls. சுண்ணாம்படித்தலுக்கு slaked lime யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, calcium hydroxide. Then limestone, calcium carbonate. Its chemical name is calcium carbonate. Formula is CaCO3. Constituents are calcium, carbon and oxygen. It is used to prepare chalk pieces. Here we have the pictures of uses of compounds. Quicklime is used in cement and glass manufacturing. Slaked lime is used in whitewashing of walls. Limestone is used in preparation of chalk pieces.
On Earth, around 12 million compounds are found. These compounds are used for various purposes. In this video, we will learn about few compounds, what elements they are made of, what are they called in scientific community, and what are their uses. Let's start with water compound. Water is scientifically called hydrogen oxide. It is made from hydrogen and oxygen elements. General use of water is drinking and cleaning. In labs, water is used in dissolving various chemicals and thus is known as universal solvent. Table salt is a compound which is a mixture of sodium and chlorine elements. It is scientifically known as sodium chloride. It is not only used as food but also as food preservative. Fishes and meat are mixed with salt for preservation purpose. Sugar, which is a great source of sweetness, energy, and carbohydrates, is also a compound. It is scientifically known as sucrose and is made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen elements. Sugar is organic as well as inorganic. In industries, it is used in preparation of sweets, toffees, and fruit juices. Baking soda is used in various food items. It is also a compound and also known as sodium bicarbonate. It is made from sodium, carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen elements. It is not only used in cakes and bakery products but also is used as fire extinguisher. Washing soda, which is also known as sodium bicarbonate, is made from sodium, carbon, and oxygen elements. It is used in washing powders where it helps in softening of hard water. Clothes get clean better in soft water compared to hard water. Bleaching powder is mostly mixed in water during rainy seasons. It is scientifically called calcium oxychloride. It is made of calcium, oxygen, and chlorine elements. Bleaching is a process which is used to whiten clothes, to lighten hair color, and to remove stains. Sterilization is a process of killing dangerous microbes from something. Bleaching powder is used as bleaching agent, disinfectant, and sterilization of drinking water. Quicklime is used at large scale in construction industries. It is also known as calcium oxide. It is composed of calcium and oxygen elements. It is used in manufacturing of cement and glass. Slaked lime is also one of the most used compound in construction industry. It is scientifically known as calcium hydroxide. It has calcium, hydrogen and oxygen element present in it. Whitewashing of walls is done from this compound. It is also used in bedah. Limestone is also widely used compound. It is made from calcium, carbon, and oxygen elements. It is also called calcium carbonate. Chalks are made from it.
More to know. First compound is copper sulfate. Formula is CuSO4. Constituent elements are copper, Cu, sulfur S, oxygen O. CuSO4, copper sulfate. It is also known as blue vitriol. Copper sulfate is also known as blue vitriol. Copper sulfate is commonly known as blue vitriol or blue stone. It is used as pesticides and fungicides. பூச்சிக்கொல்லியாகவும் பூஞ்சை கொல்லியாகவும் ஃபங்கஸ் அழிக்கிறதுக்கும் காப்பர் சல்ஃபேட் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. It is also used in glue making, photography and dye industries. Next compound is ferrous sulfate. FeSO4. Constituent elements are Fe iron, S sulfur, O oxygen. It is also known as green vitriol. The word vitriol comes from Latin word vitriolum, which means glassy, that is shining. So copper sulfate is also known as blue vitriol. Ferrous sulfate is also known as green vitriol. These are the compounds which are shining in nature. Next compound is potassium nitrate. KNO3. K potassium, N nitrogen, O oxygen. It is also known as saltpeter. Potassium nitrate is used in agriculture, industries, solar energy plants, food and medicines. Next compound is sulfuric acid. It is also known as oil of vitriol. Sulfuric acid is commonly known as king of chemicals because it is used to prepare many compounds. Sulfuric acid is also known as oil of vitriol. It is a mineral acid composed of the elements hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Its molecular formula is H2SO4. It is a colorless, odorless liquid that is soluble in water. Sulfuric acid is a highly corrosive acid made from sulfur dioxide. It is widely used in the chemical industries. Calcium sulfate. CaSO4 dot 2 molecules of water, 2H2O. Its constituent elements are calcium, sulfur, oxygen, then 2 molecules of hydrogen and oxygen. It is also known as gypsum. Gypsum is a naturally occurring mineral that is made up of calcium sulfate dot 2 molecules of water, that is sometimes called hydrous calcium sulfate. It is naturally occurs in seabeds. Gypsum is used in making cement and in glass making industries and in chemicals. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate. CaSO4 dot half molecules of water. It is also known as plaster of Paris. What are the constituent elements present in plaster of Paris? Calcium Ca, sulfur S, oxygen O, then water, hydrogen and oxygen. Next uses of plaster of Paris are setting fractured bones in right position in our body, then making statues, medals and other decorative materials. It is used as fireproofing materials, potteries and ceramics. Then potassium chloride, KCl. It is also known as muriate of potash. Constituent elements are K potassium, Cl chlorine. Potassium chloride is a mineral used to treat low levels of potassium in the blood. The largest use for potassium chloride is as fertilizer in agriculture. It is commonly referred as potash. Okay, this is the time for evaluation, children. What we have seen so far: compounds. A compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. Then classification of compounds. There are two types of compounds: inorganic compounds and organic compounds. Example for inorganic compounds are chalk and baking powder. Example for organic compounds are proteins and carbohydrates. Some compounds are in solid state, some compounds are in liquid state, and some compounds are in gaseous state. Then uses of compounds. Some compounds that we use in our day-to-day life, they are water, table salt, sugar, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, quick lime, slaked lime and limestone. Here I give you 5 questions. How to write the answer for these questions. In your note, write the date and lesson name and write the answers clearly. Submit on reopen day. First question: dash is known as king of chemicals. Second question: dash is used to prepare cakes and breads. Third question: formula of calamine is dash. Fourth question: green vitriol is also known as dash. Fifth question: dash is used to whitewashing the walls. Study again and again your lesson. Practice makes a man perfect. Be safe at home. Thank you.